Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ethan. I'm making another GlobalShop tutorial video. This one's kind of serving as a revision to what I posted yesterday, which was in regards to adding contacts to GlobalShop. The reason for this video is I kind of wanted to be a little bit more in detail about some of the stuff that I went over, specifically how to add contact or how to add a contact when there wasn't an existing business to add it to. So I'm actually already on the CRM, so we're going to jump straight into this. I'm on the contact tab. I have all of my all my general information filled out for this Mr. Test that I want to add. So in the case that you just wanted to add a new contact to a company that we already have here in GlobalShop, you would have all your general information here. You would go to this drop-down box right here. You type in whatever it is you're looking for. So let's just say it's GE appliance. Actually, it's a bad example because it doesn't have an address. All right, so this one, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Shane. So it'll populate these addresses, the city, state, and the zip, and then it's as easy as just having this stuff filled out, selecting a company, going down here and hitting save, and you've just added that contact to that company. So the more complicated and harder to explain process is when you so let's say, for example, that you just went to go visit a potential customer and you met with somebody and you wanted to add them into GlobalShop. Well, GlobalShop doesn't allow orphaned contacts. So for every contact, there has to be a company that goes with it. So the process for this is going to be starting off the same. We'll have all this general information filled out for our contact. But then we're going to go to this button right here. It says new company. Go ahead and hit that. And then we're not adding a customer yet. These are people that we've already done business with. So we're going to go to prospect. And then it'll bring this up. So same deal here. My example, I'm not sure if this is a real place, but we're going to use Accuracy Incorporated. Fill out the rest of the information. Oops. Alright, 6 US. I'm not really sure who still uses fax, but we'll fill it out anyway. Email test@accuracyinc.com. Okay. So if this were Salesforce, we could add this as it is. We have all the necessary information. We would just hit this save. But as you can see, the save is grayed out. And so what that means is we're obviously missing something. In this top left box right up here, this field has to be populated. And what this field is the company code. And so for the way that Advanced Machine does this is it's the company code is the first 3 letters of the company name. So in this case, it's going to be accuracy, so ACC, and then 2 numbers following the 3 letters. And those numbers depend on 2 things. They depend on how many companies that we already have added with those same 3 letters as the first 3 letters in their name, and which entry are you adding in reference to those. So let's say that there's already 60 different companies that we have added starting with ACC. So in that case, I would do ACC 61. And I'm going to show after this how we can find which number that we should be using, but for the time being, let's have this in here. So I'm going to use 62 just to be safe, because I think I might have used an example with 61. So we've got that ACC 62. We have all this information filled out. So once we click out of this box, this immediately becomes able to save. So we're going to hit save. All this information just disappeared. That's how you know it just saved. We'll exit out. and we still have our guy here, all his information saved in these text boxes. We'll go to company now, and we're going to type in accuracy. And the one that I'm looking for is 62. So actually, you can see I've added a couple of these as examples, but the one that we just added was 62. So we're going to click 62. We can see the address populated, the city, state, zip, and then from here we'll hit save. Okay, and there it is. So right here we have, here, this will make it easier. We're going to go to companies. We added it as a prospects, so we're going to search under prospects, and it's right here, accuracy 62. So once we click on it, all its information is right here on the right side. And then if you wanted to see the information from the contact that we also added with this, it's this button right here that says contact info. So we'll click on that, and then here's Mr. Test that we added. Yep, there he is. Here's all his information. Okay, and now as far as how to find which company code number you should be using, we're going to go to all customers, and then we're going to sort by number, and now we're going to put this in quotations, and I'll explain why in a second. So we're going to do click on the field quotation, and we're looking for ACC. So let's do ACC and quotation, and then as you can see, it's highlighting everything that starts with ACC. We're going to scroll up to where the A's would be on the company number, and it's right there. Okay, so there are a couple gaps. So in theory, I could have put ACC 01 through 11. I could have done 13 through 16 or 18 through 29. But the point is that you're using a number that hasn't already been taken. And it's important to check not only customers, so we can see that there's a lot of different numbers that I could have chosen, but let's go to prospects as well. And we'll see numbers that weren't on the customer page, but these ones we also can't use. These ones that have already been taken. These are actually my examples. So that's how you would find which number you should be using. And in retrospect, I probably should have done this before I actually went in to add the company, because it would have made more sense to have gone to look up what number I should have used and then went to go add the company. But in the future, when you would do this, you'd go to your contacts, you'd type in all your contact info, head over to companies, you'd search up which numbers haven't been used, back to contacts, and then you'd go to your new company, and then you'd populate all those fields, and you'd use the code that hasn't been used yet. So that's about it. I think I was a little bit more descriptive in this video. I think I covered every step. I mean, especially adding contacts when there isn't an existing company to accompany them. That's funny. Is a little difficult. It's definitely kind of tedious. I'm actually going to play around with it a little bit more, because I feel like there should be an easier way to kind of see which numbers have and haven't been taken, so that you don't have to go back from companies to contacts to so forth. And but yeah, so I hope this video helped. I think it was definitely better than the other one. So I recommend that if you wanted to go back to this in the future to kind of get a quick review of what to do, I wouldn't watch the other one. I would definitely watch this one. So I appreciate you guys watching. Obviously, if you have any questions, just let me know, and have a good rest of your day. See you guys.